parents and professionals. I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of saying no. Sometimes I'm in agreement that children need to have access to information. Like, they need to know why sometimes things are not going to work out in their favor, why they may be disciplined, what your reasoning is, what's behind the decisions that you make, particularly if it affects them, and why it is that you're saying no. I also think that sometimes it just needs to be no, and they need to suck it up. Now, I say this from a place of love. Of course, I know that it's important that children, have some ideas around your thinking, but particularly where it's a troublesome issue, they're perhaps a younger child, or they're not particularly resilient, we don't necessarily want to give them to all of the information about what's going on in your world, or perhaps the reasons for the decisions that are made that affect them. And the reason is this: ultimately, they probably can't do anything about it anyway. And what you might end up with is a situation where you have an ongoing, and when I say ongoing, I'm talking maybe days, maybe weeks, maybe months of negotiation with them about why they can't have, do, or say what it is that they want to have, do, or say in their lives. And sometimes it's important that you do not get yourself worn down and put the both of you into a negative atmosphere by giving them too much information about what's going on. You have to still have the right to be able to say no and not justify your reasons why. Now, there is a reason why this is important, and that is that children who have a strong discipline structure around them feel more loved. Okay, that has been proven, that children who have a good framework around them, with parents and professionals around them who are not afraid to say no to them, actually feel more loved and secure in their lives. So it might feel as if you get some initial resistance to it, but at an unconscious level, they may begin to get more of a message that they're actually really loved and supported in their world. So this is the reason why I want you to begin to have a little bit more conviction in saying, no, we're not going there today. No, you can't have that actually. No, you're not going to be staying up too late tonight. And you're going to do those things without over-explaining, without letting them start to negotiate with you, and without them going into a state of analysis which goes on and on and on forever. Instead, we're going to say no at times because we can. And because it's the right thing to do, not literally just because we can, but because it's the right thing to do, and without always having to go into deep and detailed explanations about why it is that they can't have what they want. You want to maintain that authority by being able to say no and have it not questioned. As we've mentioned before, children can be persistent, and so if this is a behaviour that you need to change in your parenting or in your interactions with young people, then it's not necessarily going to be a smooth transition from the old you to the new you. Because if they're used to the old you, giving them the time of day to listen to their perspective and their point of view about what they're saying, then suddenly changing that habit is going to perhaps push up against the normality that they are used to. So you're perhaps going to see a little bit of kickback from that in the early stages, but it is worth persevering because it will let them know that actually you are the authority in that relationship, and that they don't have to know the whys, hows and wherefores that underpin every single decision that you make. Another good reason for doing this, as well as for your own authority, is because sometimes children get overloaded with the amount of adult information that they have available to them. If they know all of the reasons why you make the decisions that they make, they are being exposed to too much information about how the complex adult world works far too soon. There's a lot of information that they don't need to know just yet, and it can serve them really well to spend their childhood being children, and for you to create that separation between childhood and adulthood for them by saying, actually, my reasons are my own and I don't need to share those with you. So I'm encouraging parents and professionals to give out stronger no messages, set those boundaries, doing it from a place of love and giving those young people that unconscious knowledge that actually they are secure in their lives and that they need not take on all of that negotiation with you or the concerns about what your reasons may have come from at an age which is too young for them to have to worry about. Let me know how you get on in the comments box below, or if you have a serial negotiator in your classroom or your family, then make sure you put in the details below and we'll do our very best to help you. But for now, thank you for watching.